So Moist Critikal calls me out, says that I'm back on steroids, has a whole bunch of accusations. Here's what I have to say back. Moist Critikal, you're late to the party. All you had to do was go to liverking.com. All of it's there, all of it. I guess here's what I'll say. I didn't lie to anybody when I went on the podcast and I started talking about my earnest commitment to go natural. So this year, starting on January 2nd, I went 220 days without any steroid, without any growth hormone, without any peptide, without anything synthetic. If you call eating a pound of fresh, raw bull testicles every single day natural, then I've been natty as fuck for 220 days. There's been a lot of accusations. You don't just get more shredded and more vascular and more yada 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 when you come off steroids. Once again, if you go to liverking.com and you see the stats page, I'm providing weekly updates. So I was about 206 pounds in December, and then I got down to all the way down to 182. So I've lost over 20 pounds. You know, and anybody who interacts with me in real life will tell you I look leaner. For anybody who doesn't believe me, all you have to do is look at my social media photos. Look at it from December to now and tell me that you can't tell the difference. Massive difference. I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like the idea of losing over 20 pounds of muscle. I don't like the idea that became the reality of losing a lot of strength. My 1 rep max strict press was like 255, and I couldn't even hit 205 in July. So I've decided to go back on it. I'm taking testosterone. It's a cream. I do 3 clicks of it a day. I'm also doing a growth hormone. It's 2 clicks a day. Really what's considered HRT or TRT. It's hormone replacement therapy, managed in the normal range, not a supraphysiological range. So why am I getting back on? I've done what I need to do. I've proven what I needed to prove to me. The commitment that I made to my boys, to my family, to all the primals out there, is I would never lie again. I went on record. I went onto my website. I went and said, I told it all. Anybody, like I said, if you're late to the party, that's fine. You can go and you can look at the confessional, why I decided to go back on. I've done what I need to do. I'm living my life by my terms, not somebody else's terms. People get really wrapped around the axle when I talk about technology.
Being on a private jet is the furthest possible thing from primal living. I think he has a luxury $20,000 mattress infused with diamonds. This is clearly all just marketing.
They say, oh, Liver King does X, Y, and Z. You know, he flies in a jet, he drives a car, he lives inside of a house. The name is Liver King, not Liver Caveman. I didn't show up one day and say, me Liver Caveman, me go back in time, live like Ancestral brother, make fire, technology bad. And I didn't say any of those things, you know. What I believe is that ancestral living is the path. It's these things that have nourished us for millions of years, that enabled us to evolve to become the baddest mammalian predators that ever lived. Happy, healthy, robust, fulfilled. What's ancestral as fuck is technology, right? When we left the comfort of the cave and we figured percussion technology, to sculpt a rock into a bifacial blade, to learn how to throw a spear, a projectile, to be able to kill at a distance. Technology, by definition, is a utility to advance the interests of the person and or the tribe. I believe I use social media as a utility. I use it to curate and to create value.
This is clearly all just marketing.
Here's the thing. I never wanted to do the Liver King. Anybody who knows me, especially me who knows me, I could have never given a public talk. I tried. It was crippling. Words didn't come out of the mouth. It was just crippling thinking about it, much less doing it. You know, when I was younger, I hated my life. I hated who I was. I was ashamed. I wanted to kill myself. And I figured a way out of that. And then as I got older, my kids got really sick. It was really these ancestral tenets that got me out of this hellhole. It was the ancestral lifestyle that got my kids healthy and the light bulbs came on. What kind of piece of shit would I be if I didn't share this with the world? 4,000 people a day kill themselves, and 80,000 people a day try. They see no light at the end of the tunnel. Critikal talks about how he hated his own life. Critikal was ashamed of even showing his own face, you know, until I think when he got to 1 million followers or something like that, he did a reveal. Here's who I am. I know how that feels, you know, to have no self-worth. And so I'm thinking, okay, I got a responsibility. I have an obligation. You know, this is my opportunity to make my mark, you know, so that other young men like me don't have to hate their lives and suffer and struggle, so that other kids out there, like my own boys, have a decent shot at life. This is why I exist today. This is my why in the world. This is why I'm okay You want to bring the criticism, you want to make the videos, this is fine. Because I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to get this message out. Does the messenger kill the message sometimes? Yeah. I know that I do. Do I ratchet it up? I do. I fucking do for two reasons. Number one, more. I have fun doing it. Like Critikal says, I make shit. This is what he says on all of his platforms. I make shit. When you make shit, when you create and you build, there's this endogenous satisfaction. I did this with my bare fucking hands, with my brain. How do I do that? And why do I do it? Because if we don't get eyeballs on the message, then what does it matter? Somebody once said, oh, but if you just change that one guy's life, it means everything, doesn't it? It doesn't. Because I could go change my boys' lives. I could spend more time with my wife. I could spend more time just with my inner circle tribe. I can have impact here. What I'm here to do is really share and cast a net so fucking big that we have an opportunity in our lifetime to change the trajectory of human health.
And he'd lead his followers to believe that if they purchase his supplements and his supplies and eat like him, they could look like him. No matter how closely you follow his ancestral tenets and no matter how many of his products you buy, you will not have a body that looks like his unless you also get on all of the gear he's using in the same amounts of it.
I've never said, taking my supplements, you're going to look like me. What I have said is, make sure to get the early morning sun, get your bare feet connected, grounded, anchored into the earth so that you can express your highest and most dominant form. You, to express your potential, not to look like Liver King. There's no amount of working out, sleeping, eating, moving, shield, connect, cold, all of this stuff. There's nothing you can take to look like Liver King. My supplements won't do it, but there is one thing that might do it. If you take Greg's supplements.
How long is he going to be with us? And so, of course, you can buy products from me. They're not banned by water. And, of course, the cookbooks, training books.
That might actually do it. That's worth a shot. I would do it. And by the way, it's not even about looks, right? It's about family. It's about tribe. If you look at the way that Critikal suffered, when Critikal hit rock bottom, it was Ancestral Tenet 9 that saved his fucking life. The bond, finding his best friends in college, connected him to creating, to let's make shit, to getting out of the hellhole and living a better fucking life.
In every TikTok I've seen of him, his body is bright red.
You don't look like this when you're 100% natural.
There's this accusation that I look like Arnold Schwarzenegger from Total Recall, that I'm all red and I'm about to explode. To me, this is a great compliment because I want to be exploding, growing, expanding, sharing the philosophy of abundance. So why is Liver King so red? Part of it might be because I like to bathe in blood. Another part of it probably is because if I'm on the camera, I've been working my ass off. I'm overheated. I just did a workout. Look, you come meet me face to face. And if you still think I look red, we can figure that out together. We'll do an investigation together. But I hope I've given you some of what you need. And Coach Greg, your tan's looking pretty on point. Ancestral Tenet 7.
The 7th ancestral tenet is sun.
Okay, Critikal. I know that you were late to the party, but the party has just begun. I'm issuing and offering a formal invitation for you to come to Liver King Ranch. I'll give $100,000 donation to a charity of your choosing when you come out here and see that none of this is an act, that this is actually how I live, my queen, my boys, and that my bed does not have diamonds laced through it like you're accusing me of, that might have some guns underneath the pillow. But you come out here to Liver King Ranch to prove that this is not what I say, this is who I am, this is how I live, this is my commitment, so we can do some goddamn good in the world. Let's connect, let's make it a party. It's the power of a tribe. Let's light it the fuck up! Liver King, out.